better than that. If you got a haircut over winter break, make some noise. If you plan on getting a haircut over summer break, make some noise. It's close, but it's not there. If you're in the Horn Gallery right now or near outside, make some noise! Can I get a... Can I get a... You guys sound beautiful. All right, I'm in the mood. So in elementary school, I tried out for the basketball team in my hometown. There were two teams, an A team and a B team. And not a C team. I would have made it more often if there was. Two teams, an A team and a B team, and I tried out every year 5th through 8th grade, but I never made the team. And you know, it didn't bother me that much because at a very young age I had become accustomed to people sleeping on my game. In 8th grade though, a few days after tryouts, after the teams came out, word got out that someone on the A team tore his ACL playing football and would be out for the whole winter, which meant someone on the B team got bumped up to the A team and there was a spot open on the B team. So the next day in school, whispers of who might be on the B team filled the halls. And some of the names that came up were downright offensive to me. It was just a bunch of tall kids with no skills. And this is not a dig on tall people, because there were tall athletes who had skills, and they made the team. But the tall kids with no skills, who all thought they made the team, frustrated the hell out of me, because they had no handles, no jump shot, couldn't pass, wouldn't communicate on defense, can't move their feet for shit. If the other team got the ball, you may as well be playing 4-on-5 because there's no way they're getting back on defense on time. Defense. No mistakes ever. What's the next part? Defense. Oh yeah, and the worst part. Oh, look at it. This was all planned. The worst part is that these 6-foot 8th graders did not know any post moves. And it's like, how are you a 6-foot 8th grade basketball player and you don't know how to do a drop step? And if you don't know what a drop step is, well, I'll let you know. So imagine, right, I'm here, my defender's behind me, and the hoop's behind my defender. You get the ball, you take your leg, you drop it outside the your defender's leg because you want to get around them, you don't want to go into them. And then you take one dribble, and if you're 50 pounds heavier than your defender, you should have no problem doing this every single possession. All these kids had to do was learn one move and they would have averaged 50 points a game. But they didn't average 50 points a game because they were all dumb as bricks and they didn't have the determination and honestly the spunk to dedicate themselves to the craft the way I did. I did have one friend who thought I would make the team. His name was AJ. He was on the A team, not to flex or anything. And he was in my art class, and he was like, "Paul, I think you might get chosen for the B team." And I was flattered, but I didn't get my hopes up. You know, I was like, "AJ, those coaches, they don't see the game the way you and I do. They don't understand the intangible value I bring to the court. You know, they don't appreciate the effort, hustle, and indomitable gusto with which I play. You know, they see me as a poor man's Spud Webb, or a poor man's Muggsy Bogues, even though you and I know I'm more of a Michael Jordan type." So I went home that day not expecting anything, and I'm doing homework later that evening in the living room, and our house gets a call. And I hear my mom pick up the phone, and she's talking for a while, and at some point she gasps really loudly, like, We'll work on it. She gasps really loudly and she runs into the room and she's like, before she runs into the room, I'm getting ahead of myself. She gasps really loudly and she says, really? Can I tell him? And next thing I know, she's running into the living room and she's like, Paul, guess what? You made the P team, it's Coach. And it's a huge, moment. We're all celebrating. Yeah, it's a huge moment of celebration, and I'm like, oh, thanks, Coach, and we hang up. And it was really validating to be recognized as the 21st best 8th grade boys basketball player in the town of Darien for the 2014 winter. Because no one can take that away from you. You can take my money, you can take my assets, you can take my life, but forever I will have been the 21st best 8th grade boys basketball player in the town of Darien for the 2014 winter. So in the midst of this celebration, though, I can't help but be distracted by something my mom said. I was like, Mom, you're my mother. You know my game. Why did you gasp? You know with my quick handle and unprecedented court vision. You know how my ability as a three-point shooter stretches defenses, creating easy offensive opportunities for the teammates. What's all the surprise about? My mother, she looks at me and she says, well, Paul, I never thought I'd see the day that coach of yours recognized your talent. I've always known what you were capable of. When I first felt you kick, I knew you would grow up to be a run and gun point guard. Find teammates on the fast break, while also being able to create his own shot. I knew you would maintain a healthy workout routine, while also dedicating yourself to the cerebral side of the game and studying film. I knew you would develop a variety of triple threat moves, such as
yeah.
As well as a series of dribble moves like as he tween, snatch, tween, cross, can't touch me. As well as playing really good defense and talking like, hey, I got a ball. Hey, shoot her in the corner, hey, switch, no, stay home. Russell, stay home. Hey, switch, trap. I knew you would do this, Paul. I knew this was the first time I felt you kick. She looks at me and she says, Paul, for 9 months I carried you, knowing what you were capable of. And all I ask now is that you return the favor. You carry me, your teammates, and this town to a championship. We won 2 games. But that hadn't happened yet. I was like, Mom, what if I'm not good enough? And she looked at me and she said, put a hand on my shoulder. She said, well, son, you are the best, son. You can play basketball, son. You can play basketball, son. You will win everything. You will win 2 games. And you will be in one of those games and your teammates will all have scored and there'll be 5 minutes left and they'll all realize that you haven't scored yet, so they'll be like, oh, let's get Paul the ball and score, even though I've scored before, it's not a huge deal. So then I'll give you a ball and I hit him with a vicious tween and that little floater and I make it. And then everyone starts, wait, this is my mother talking. Everyone starts cheering for you, And you're gonna be really embarrassed because it's gonna be like, why is everyone cheering so much? It's one basket. I've done this before. And you will win. All right, that's. Which is definitely way more than 5 minutes. Everybody,